All right. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chilson. Welcome back to 999 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. Last time we were on the track to the true ending. I think we're like from here on. I'm pretty sure it's a railroad. Santa got like, I mean, we kind of already figured, but Santa is like confirmed. Well, I guess he himself hasn't said it, but it's 99.9999% sure he's zero. He's taken June hostage, or the Akane, that is, and is now trying to leave. But I feel like he set that up on purpose, right? Like, he must have known, or at least figured that Snake would wake up, right? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like he's betting on us escaping. I don't know. I have a feeling. I don't think he wants us to die. Like, because it wouldn't make sense for him to want anyone other than Ace to die, right? I don't know, but yeah, we just went through the second number 9 door. Hey Gogeta, hey Meridak, KV6. And yeah, now we are giving chase. At the end was a set of stairs leading down into the ship.
I think these stairs go to the bottom deck.
They leaned out and looked over the side.
Looks dry.
Let's head down.
After deciding it was safe, they headed down the stairs. Before long, Junpei and his companions found themselves on the bottom deck. They turned left into another hallway, at the end of which they found another door.
Hey, it's a...
And of course, there was a symbol engraved over the keyhole. It looked like the sort of harpoon one would use to hunt fish, the kind of 3 prongs. Snake traced to the shape of it with his fingers.
This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere.
Yeah, we don't have that one already, do we?
Neptune key. I only have the Uranus key card.
That's probably wherever the Uranus keycard would take you then? Clearly it wasn't going to open the store.
It's a different planet. Plus, it's the wrong kind of key.
Yes, thank you, Clover. We know.
Let's turn around and go back for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't have much choice. After examining the door for a few more minutes, they gave up and headed back the way they come.
Hey, another door.
With a little more searching, they found a metal door.
And a card reader this time.
A symbol was engraved onto the card reader.
It's the Uranus symbol.
Oh, that's good.
This is the place.
He muttered to himself and slid the card through the reader. It beeped once and the light on it turned green. With a heavy metal groan, the door creaked open. Junpei, Clover, Snake, and Seven looked at one another, nodded, and stepped through. The room they found themselves in was full of books.
Wow! It's totally full of books!
Forest of knowledge.
There's so many. I don't know where to look.
It looked remarkably like a library. Not the sort of library where large numbers of people came to read books. More the sort of library that was simply a place to store books. He felt a little overwhelmed by the sheer number of books, but Junpei did his best to speak with authority.
All right, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it.
Okay.
Very well.
Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry.
Boy, okay. I honestly wasn't expecting there to be a puzzle at this point in the game, but, I'm glad we are getting a puzzle, though. We get a little bit of gameplay here in the final part. Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge. As he began his search, for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Okay. Oh? That was new. We don't usually see a flash of his face, do we? Okay, I'm guessing we can do two things here. One, we can find the Neptune key and leave immediately. Or we find the entrance to Alice's chamber. Or no matter what, we only have one choice. That's possible too. But you'd think that would... I don't know, we'll see. There's a note on that table. Lights to the books. Huh? What does that mean? Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees, what, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next? They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Rather like myself. That's horrible. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, not at all. I live in the darkness, yes. But that has gifted me with the ability to catch the truths others might miss. I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. Okay. Interesting. Oh boy. Arno okay. What's the deal with these titles? They're all just gibberish. Hey, what if we, like, switch them around? Switch them around? Yeah. If we move them around, maybe they'll spell something. Oh, they're a thing in adventure. I didn't even really notice that was okay. If we move them around, maybe they'll spell something. Oh, I get it. Yeah, heck, it's worth a shot. Open here. Find bulb. Right? We do this. Open here, find bulb. Yeah. How about this? Oh. Okay. I thought it was just gonna be a hint, but no, it actually opened something and gave us the light bulb. Okay. Looks like putting those books in the right order opened this thing right up. Heh, that was a piece of cake. Hooray! You did it, Junpei. I guess that turned out well enough. So the letters from the titles spell out, open here, find bulb. Yeah. The light bulb looks like it's brand new. And it's really big, so it'll make a lot of light. Okay. What do we use it on, though? What is this? Teletemporation and telepathy. What the hell is this one about? Well, I know what telepathy is, but I've never heard of teleportation. It refers to having the ability to travel through time. Interesting. Very, very interesting. This book is called Mind Swap. You mean you could, like, change bodies with someone? Well, I guess I wouldn't mind switching bodies with my brother or Junpei too much, but I'd rather die than let Seven switch with me. Yeah. Fair. What the hell? Like I'd even want to swap bodies with a little brat like... Hey, were you just imagining it? You were. Yes, Seven, you creep. Shut up. Yeah, well, he wasn't the only one. Junpei! What? Bro. Kitab al-Azif. Man, they've got some weird stuff here. I can't even pronounce this one. Who's that? Is some famous guy? It's not the person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul Al-Azred? I'm not sure how to read the last name. It's said to be one of the sources used in the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. Oh, so these are all occult books and stuff. Yeah. This one says the Golden Rabbit and the Moon on it. Does that mean it's about a rabbit that lives on the moon? Rabbits are pretty cute, but what's the moon stuff about? It's talking about the Judas tree that is said to grow on the moon, according to Chinese legend. Oh, okay. Alright, we already did that. Energy theory, huh? I don't even understand the damn title. It looks like this shelf's all science and technology. Uh-huh. Paleontology. This one's about fossils, right? Oh. Ammonites are pretty nasty looking. Why did mankind lose their tails? Junpei, do you know what this one's about? Why are you asking me? I didn't even know he had tails to lose. Maybe you should ask a human with a tail. Mankind's ancestors most likely lost their tails as they were no longer useful, and the nutrients required to grow them were better put to use elsewhere. At least that's what I read. I was rather young, I may have remembered it incorrectly. Huh? Why the hell would a kid be reading a book like that? Good question, actually. Micrographia, huh? Ah, yes. Robert Hooke's famous work. First published in 1665. He built a microscope and examined insects, inorganic substances, and other things too small to be seen in detail by human eyes. He then drew pictures of many of the things he'd examined and published them in a book. I would hazard a guess the shelf is concerned with natural sciences. Yeah, probably. Creatures of the South Seas, huh? I wonder if this one's got pictures of colorful fish and stuff. Maybe. Introduction to geology, huh? Thinking about the Earth, even when you're on the ocean. Kinda romantic in a way, I guess. I guess. Theories of the Cambrian explosion? Did a bomb go off near somewhere called Cambria? Wrong kind of explosion. Roughly 500 million years ago, during what is known as the Cambrian period. Research suggests that the variety of living organisms increased by an order of magnitude. Why that happened is, however, still something of a mystery. There are a number of theories. This book is most likely a collection of them. Okay. The theory of evolution. Heck, even I know this one. That's that Darwin guy, right? Well, yes and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of the Species. In it, he put forth his theory of evolution. Yeah, I remember that part. He called it natural selection. Exactly. Mother Nature. Is that some sort of book about hippie I don't think so. Probably not. Except perhaps tangentially. It's most likely about environmental protection. I was just trying to make a joke. Dude, hippie chicks? Really? Yeah, 7. Come on, man. This one says transition of extinct species. We need to hurry it up. We're going to end up in the pages of a book like that. True. Yeah, fair enough. Oh. Yeah, no, I guess this makes sense. Dadkind 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Dadkind. What the hell is this? Wasn't that a German mathematician? Maybe it's a compilation of his work. Maybe. Liebernisch? This book is in German. It looks like it's the complete works of something. I've never heard of it. Willow Snake doesn't know what it is. I don't think we'll ever know. Probably not? Owen, huh? Owen isn't enough to go on. Perhaps it's about the English Revolutionary? Maybe Sheldrake? Sheldrake? Isn't Sheldrake... Oh, okay. I guess he's not gonna expand on that thought. Pythagorean theorem. Number of math books in the section, yeah. Algebraic number theory, math, huh? There's another one like that over there. You mean something like primary number theory or analytical number theory or geometry? Oh my gosh, how did you know? Nobody said anything about those. Well, number theory is usually split into 4 chief disciplines. If there was a book named Algebraic Number Theory, I took a wild guess that the other 3 would be there as well. Looks like I was right. Yeah? Gold box conjecture. Conjecture? What's it about? Like magic or psychic stuff or something? Right, I bet it's jewelry, isn't it? No. It may have an odd title, but it's actually a very respectable mathematics book. It deals with one of the unsolved problems of additive number theory. Sorry I said anything. Look, let's not get into this right now, okay? Fair enough. That's a weird book, Junpei. What book is it? Indian mathematics? Haha, that's funny. Why is that funny? Okay. Okay. It says Riemann hypothesis. What is there to hypothesize about with a Riemann? Isn't it pretty straightforward? Heavens no. There are many factors. Length, girth, lubrication, or lack of. Well, what are we talking about here? It's an exciting and rapidly growing field. Whoa. Okay, yeah. Yeah, sure. Modern Japanese literature, huh? Origin of Japanese folklore? Looks like there are a bunch of books about Japanese culture here. Mostly ones about folklore, though. Well, folklore can cover a wide range of subjects. History, urban life, religious trends, environmental changes, or oral traditions. Folklore can cover all those things if you know where to look. This looks pretty deep. Yeah. Agriculture and historical organizations and folklore. Picture book here? Looks like it's an old folktale. Don't you think it's a little weird that this book's the only picture book? Maybe you ought to hold on to it. Okay, so me obsessively clicking on every bookshelf did pay off. Okay. It's got a magic wand on it. Okay. So, what's inside? Well, aren't you going to open it? Pretty sure it's just gonna have pages inside, Whoa. SE5. Oh, wait, no. SE15? SEI5? SE5? Oh, it's a... okay, never mind. What is that? Well, when I opened it, these 4 letters popped out. So I guess it's a pop-up book, huh? SE5. I wonder what that means. Yeah, so do I. Well, this is definitely something. It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look kind of like music stands. Hey, Junpei, you think maybe you're supposed to put those pop-up books on the stands? Then you could open them up. Oh yeah. If we do that, then they may make a shadow on the bottom there. Oh. True, but there are 3 stands, right? We don't have enough picture books. In other words, we need 3 picture books. Okay, I get what you're putting down. See what we got here. I wonder what this one's. Whoa, what's this? Warm.
Oh, so sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah, Clover is definitely getting a thing for Junpei, okay. No, I'm sorry. Hey, what's the deal with this sappy stuff? Alright, okay, Clover, okay. Now I know if Snake would approve. Astronomy. Oh, well, this is simple, right? 514286. No, 514236. Right? I'm assuming. Kind of like we already did numbers. Okay, if the game said they gave us the answer, they definitely did not give us the answer. 5 1 4 2 3 Or maybe I have to read it this way? Or is that an 8 and not a 3? That might be an 8. But that wouldn't make sense, because... Alright, let's try left to right then. 6, 8. I was just reading it because the way you'd, like, tilt your head to read it properly, but... Yeah, let's try the other way. 6, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. Maybe? Oh, whoops. 6, 3, 2, 4, 1. Okay, that was it.
You did it, Junpei. Yay!
I don't know why, but I don't really feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever. Hey, she's trying to be happy for you. At least the lock's open now. Let's see if we can get it open, alright? Okay, that's weird. They kind of just give you the... Oh, we got another bulb. Feels like a light bulb. Pretty high wattage too, unless I miss my guess. That should generate quite a bit of light. Okay. All 6 books seem to be pointing at the cylinder number lock. Yeah. Interesting. Iron plate's bolted down. I don't think it's a door. I think it's just a wall. Number of books here in the languages. I can't read them. We never turned around up here. Oh, this is definitely one. Hey, it's another one of those kids' picture books. It looks like the other one we found. This one has some Native Americans on the cover. Hey, Junpei, take a look at this one. Native Americans, huh? Maybe it's got some... Whoa! LLK? I guess it's one of them pop-up books, right? Got the letters LR and... R? What? R? Can't make any sense out of them, though. Large, round, and kinky? I don't think so. Nah, probably not. I don't know where he sees an... Well, I guess that could be an R. It's kind of... Yeah, I guess. Alright. I'm sure.
What's Hellenism?
I think it's something like a fusion of Greek and Oriental culture. Oh, okay.
History of the medieval period. Maybe it's about Sir Lancelot?
Isn't he just a story? I don't think you're gonna find a guy who didn't really exist in a history book. Let her dream!
Look, this one says Cultural Heritage of Rome.
But that's gonna be serious inheritance tax. Yeah. Permian creatures? Seems a little fancy for some kind of prehistoric critter. Not to mention, most of them are likely reptiles and amphibians. Without hair, I can't imagine they had much need of perms. It's got nothing to do with this. Hey, look at this. This book's called Greek Mythology. Damn, that thing's huge. Can't imagine anyone has actually read the whole thing. Pretty sure it just put me to sleep. Well, I'm sure Snake's probably read it. This one's called A History of the Western World. Well, I would assume it's about European history. Yeah. Just gonna leave it at that, Snake. Doesn't seem like you. Probably stressed. Oriental history. Maybe this one's about China's 4,000 years of history or something? Probably. Hey, Chinese history and Oriental history aren't the same thing. That's true. That's true. This book, I mean, probably covers some of it. This book's called History. Oh, we already saw that one. History of Buddhism. Energy theory, nanotechnology, materials, interactions between shortwave. Just listening to you read those titles is giving me a headache. Can't say fancy technology stuff and I get along real well. Keep on talking about that stuff and you're gonna put me to sleep. That wouldn't be a good idea. Wait a minute. Oh no, we already got that, right. The Black Hole Hypothesis. Gamma Ray Astrophysics. I guess this bookshelf has an astronomy theme. Yeah, we were just here, right? Yeah. Over here. Yes, this is definitely one, right? This one. It looks just like that picture book from earlier. The one with the pop-ups. You think they're part of a series or something? They do have the same binding. Baseball. There's a baseball on this one. That was this Clover. Whoops. Come on, Junpei, let's see what's in it. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably baseball still. Whoa! Head. No head. This one's a pop-up book. It's got the letters H-E-A-D popping out of it. Okay, well that's 3. But I assume we need one more light bulb, right? Okay. Human equilibrium. Regeneration of internal organs. Oh, look, Seven, here's a book that's perfect for you. It's called Correlation of Muscle, Bone Density, and Bone Strength. You're just saying that because it says muscle. Maybe. The handrail is made of metal. Yeah, it sure is. That true. Okay, well, I guess we can put these on. Try putting these picture books on the stand. Oh, there's already one bulb here. But no, all 3 of them are there. Wait. No, okay, no, those are the enclosures for the bulbs, right? This is a little weird. There are 3 lights in this thing. They aren't very bright, though. Hey, didn't we find some kind of really powerful light bulb earlier? Why don't you put it into one of those lights? Yeah. Well, it'll get a lot brighter, but if there are 3 lights, that means 3 light bulbs. There won't be much point unless we can replace all 3 bulbs. We need 3 light bulbs, huh? Okay. I assume it has something to do with this, right? I'm pretty sure we've checked every shelf, haven't we? Interesting. What have we not looked at? Right here? Modern Japanese literature. No, we already saw this shelf. Sheldrake 5, maybe? Oh, yeah, SC5, that could... Sheldrake 5. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Let's go back upstairs. Big opening to the library. It's pretty impressive. Almost looks like the door to a shrine or a church or something. There's another door after it, and then a passageway beyond that. Neptune. You need to find a key within the Mark of Neptune. Okay, sounds like a job for the best brother and sister team in the world. Man, it's like 7 and I don't even exist. Yeah, they'd be like that sometimes. An overview of photochemistry? I think whoever set this up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay? Aha! Huh, looks like there's a whole lot of space behind these books. Look, Junpei. I think there's something hidden behind the books. That is such a what? Like, how would you There's nothing giving that away except the game wanting you to just click on all of the bookshelf. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna be completely real here. That was kind of a dumb one. Like, the only way you'd even realize is if you go through all of the shelves. Like, that's literally it. Alright, so there are 3 lights in here. I'm gonna change these bulbs. Now they should... Awesome! It worked! Way to go, Junpei. Good job, buddy. There's something projecting on the bottom. These letters, they seem familiar. Okay. And now we go to the books. In Sheldrake 5. So Sheldrake, got the... Okay, I guess I have to inspect it, huh?
Sheldrake 5?
I think I saw the rest of this collection somewhere.
Yeah, right over there.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sheldrake.
Ooh, something weird about that?
Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
Yeah, Lotus told me about him.
Oh, yeah, was he the...
There's a British
Oh,
biochemist
yeah.
named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory.
I forgot that was the guy's name. I remember the ink blot thing, but I forgot the... Okay.
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
Yeah, didn't expect that, huh?
Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did?
Yeah, she may have told us about your past.
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
Well, to be fair, you're kind of in a life or death situation, and she thought you were dead. So, I mean,
You did. Why?
Well,
Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
Okay, Junpei, damn.
tell you what?
Don't give me that. About the experiment.
Ugh.
It's, the more information we have, the better, Snake.
Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor.
Okay. Whenever you say, buddy.
I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well.
Yeah, that'd be good.
To be honest, the explanation is quite simple.
Mm-hmm.
Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course.
It was on a part of the note, your braille note you didn't read to us.
He gave me a message engraved on a card.
Oh. Snake reached into his sleeve and pulled out a small, stiff piece of paper.
That's a Braille card.
Yep.
It looks just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards.
No, only one.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought that card just had some rules for the nonary game on it.
Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However,
You didn't read the entire thing, yeah.
they were not the only thing on the card. There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read.
Otherwise, you'd get in trouble. Yeah, fair.
That was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator. It's a threat on our lives.
Oh.
Yeah, no, understandable why you didn't say anything. Yeah, it's fair. I can't blame you.
Well,
Snake nodded.
Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers?
That is rather interesting, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's because... she was at a different facility, so she wouldn't know of the exact... I don't know.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone.
Yeah, no, I would have erred on the side of caution, too.
Still, apparently she told you. That girl.
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
Well, hopefully it stays that way, but, we don't drown here in like 40 minutes. If that. Snake glanced down at Clover and Seven, examining one of the bookshelves.
That's very true. I've decided I can trust you.
Oh, thanks! It's
I've
great.
decided to tell you the truth.
Alright.
The chance that Santa is Zero is very high. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment.
Probably not.
And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
Why?
Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't kill us.
I don't know, I see, okay, again, like I said earlier, I kind of agree. I don't think he is out to kill us, personally. I think he wants to kill Ace. Right. Again, because everyone has a reason for being here. a connection to the experiment 9 years ago in some way, except for us and June. But so that's still weird as to why that's the case. Like, why are Junpei and June here? And like, it's no coincidence that the only two people who didn't have a connection to the experiment also happen to be childhood friends. Like, there's no way, like, they're here for a reason.
No matter what the situation was.
Snake paused and cocked his head as though he was listening to something very far away. What's up? His face looked dark as though something was weighing on him.
Hey, Snake?
What's up, buddy? Junpei wasn't quite sure what to say. Snake turned and looked at him.
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment.
I mean, probably be helpful.
Yeah.
How much do you know?
Clover told me about...
I see. The morphogenetic field in the experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada.
Yep, that sums it up.
And the girl that died during the experiment. She told you all that, did she?
Well, technically, at least us, the player, heard about the girl dying from 7, but yeah, different. Yeah, it's different time. Yeah. Snake looked down. His face was tight. A slight tremor shook his body, and he tried to hide it. He was putting on a good front, but even Junpei could tell that he was holding back something deep and powerful. He made as if to brush something from his face and looked up at Junpei.
At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us to determine...
is who did this and why, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes.
Snake nodded slowly.
The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Yep, we know.
There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota, Kagechika Musashido. Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nijisaki was his right-hand man and did the lion's share of the planning. Kubota led the company's research and development division.
Yeah. Okay, if I'm remembering the guy who died in Snake's clothes correctly, then yeah, I think Nijisaki. Okay, I was right when I said he must have been one of them, because I'm pretty sure that guy looks very similar. The only one we're missing is the big guy.
Musashido was their majority stockholder. It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Musashido provided the cash.
So it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido...
Junpei couldn't shake the sense that he had heard those 4 names somewhere before.
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale.
But they were
To that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonori Project. The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field.
Alright.
Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize? Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation? Experiments with humans produce the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before. Why is that? How could it happen? The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye. And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer.
Sounds like a load of, gobbledygook, but that's
That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
But that's just a theory.
Can't bring yourself to believe it?
I mean, you yourself had a brain blast earlier, Junpei, so I mean,
Yeah.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it. Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
I guess.
So what matters here is that Hongo believed in the morphogenetic field.
That's right.
Snake nodded.
But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That is what you were saying.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field?
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem.
Okay.
The chance of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we? Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding.
Okay.
Mankind's
Sure, maybe.
Thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you. Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen? If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well. Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
A lot of potentially evil, potentially good things. It depends on the person, but knowing him, it would be for evil. 1,000,000%.
Come on, there's no way.
I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person.
Okay.
This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands? What would happen then?
I'll be honest, I don't get where he's trying to go with this.
A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver. What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
I can't even imagine, to be honest. Junpei thought about it for a moment.
So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver.
Yeah.
And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish.
Okay, so... Yeah, so you can make someone, rob a bank, I don't know.
That's what you're
Or
saying.
murder someone. And they would take the fall and you'd be...
Yes. Close enough, at least.
Come on, that's just crazy.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll have to test it first. At least, that was how they thought. That was why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the Nonary project began.
Snake suddenly looked very serious. I think the theory's roots is in the fact that people couldn't find anything in the genes that govern the shape of organisms. Why are we bipedal but meh? I don't know.
By the way, Junpei,
Yeah, what's up?
have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment?
Yes? Junpei cleared his throat and tried to act calm.
Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right? You place a pair of subjects in separate rooms. Then you show one a picture and ask the other what they see.
Interesting. I'm impressed. Yes, that is exactly correct.
So, why did you bring up the Gansfeld experiment?
It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project.
Okay.
The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Maybe that's why Junpei and Akane are here? Maybe because she's sickly, right? Maybe she had to go to the hospital and Junpei visited her and they had and someone did that experiment with them, maybe? But they ended up having, like, out of all the test subjects, maybe, like, lower compatibility, so they weren't chosen, but they... Maybe?
Some of them, he found, had potential.
Okay.
He began to gather children that showed promise. Children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered.
Yeah, they were kidnapped.
They were kidnapped.
Yeah. His face barely moved as he spoke.
There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total. For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had 1 transmitter and 1 receiver. They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9.
Or because they weren't siblings, they weren't chosen.
The children who were put into Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. Group A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. There are 2 things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany. The other is danger.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it very long and very hard until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind?
Yeah.
It may seem obvious to say so, but that is what is meant by epiphany. The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access. That's where Hongo came in. They set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room. Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger.
Yeah, no, he definitely didn't forget that part.
He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the Nonary game as the ship sunk. By forcing the children into a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields.
Kinda fucked up.
The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Every detail was exactly the same.
I hope Group Q had a head start on A. So that way they could, get the puzzles done and then... So that way the information in the field would be there?
Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q.
Okay.
Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink, and your brothers and sisters will drown. Those were his orders. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely?
Oh, why?
It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule. All of the
Makes
equipment,
sense.
the instruments, everything. All of it identical. Everything was just like the real Apollo 13. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves in. By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems the astronauts were dealing with. Once they found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual
Well, I mean,
capsule.
that's different now, because they actually, called them up and gave the information, not hoped the invisible mental field would transmit it. It's a little bit different.
That was how they were able to return safely.
Yeah, okay.
It was the same with the Gigantic in Building Q. The children from Group Q had to use the power of Epiphany to solve the puzzles they found and transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, they had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That is the simplest explanation I can manage.
Snake sounded defeated. His half-hearted attempt at derision served only to show how much the story had affected him. Just as Junpei was about to speak,
Hey, Junpei, Snake! How much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses?
hey, just because I was about to, never mind. Don't call us bony.
Get down here already!
Seven's voice echoed up from below. Snake took a deep breath and blinked rapidly as if just waking up from a long nap.
He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here, and soon.
Yeah, we should. Snake headed for the stairs, but Junpei put out an arm to stop him.
Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you. Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
Oh, yes. That was what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes, I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment. After all, you couldn't exactly play a nonary game with any less, could you?
No, you couldn't.
Well, yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong?
Yes, I am. There were 2 more children. However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing.
Oh, yeah, that right. Santa raised his sister. Right, yeah, I forgot about that. So that makes sense. Okay, yeah, so it was Santa and okay.
What's anyone else about the setup is what prevented children in Group A from solving the puzzles on their own?
Probably nothing. My best guess is Group Q. But no, this is I was gonna say maybe Group Q had a head start, but they were told about the bomb already, even though it hadn't been blown up yet. But that wouldn't make a lot of sense, though, because yeah, I don't know. There's no really good way to, because how could Hongo say if it was because of the morphogenetic field that they solved it, or or their own intelligence? It's hard to.
They were brother and sister, like Clover and I.
Yeah.
The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was... Her name was...
Yeah, she's the one that died. Snake couldn't seem to bring himself to continue. It looked as if what he was about to say brought him great pain.
Her name was Akane.
Oh. I see. Is that why Santa chose June or Akane? Our Akane? Because they had the same name?
That was the girl who died.
Junpei felt as if he had been punched in the stomach. His vision went blurry and his head felt light.
Akane Kurashiki died?
I don't think it's the same Akane.
9 years ago?
No.
Then, who's June? No. That's impossible. It can't be true. Akane isn't that uncommon of a name.
Yeah.
If Snake had known her last name, that's a different matter entirely. So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything.
I don't know about that.
It was someone else. Of course it was. It has to be.
I don't know. I'm starting to get the sense that maybe it wasn't. Yeah, real funny. Junpei shook his head hard and pulled himself back to reality.
Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange.
It's nothing. Then Snake had noticed. Junpei cleared his throat and tried to act calm.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm fine.
Yeah, no, nothing concerning whatsoever.
Let's get back down there, alright?
Snake raised an eyebrow but said nothing. He headed down the stairs, Junpei bringing up the rear.
I couldn't do it. Why didn't I ask? What's her last name? I just couldn't get the words to come out.
With every step he took, the cold, hard sound of feet against metal dug at his heart. That's odd. That's real strange. Sheldrake. This is it. This is what the shadow picture was pointing to. But didn't it say 5 at the end of the shadow picture? Yes, I think we need to find the 5th volume. Oh, well, would you look at that? There's a big red button behind this book. So, if they had just, seen these very obviously colored and important books and they just started pulling them off, they would have found the button eventually without having to... Okay. Right. I guess we should press this button. I guess we should. Huh. Why is there two? Why is there 2 doors? What was that sound? It sounded like something really big was moving. It came from the top floor. Alright, let's go check it out. What were Clover and... Yeah, they could have... gone ahead and done that without us, right? So, I mean, yeah, okay, well... 13, 14, 10, 13? Well, I bet you've got to type something on that keyboard. Yeah, but you can only enter letters. And it looks like you can only enter 4 letters. Let's see how it works. I guess you need to hit enter once you type in the letters. And you can erase what you typed with CLR. Okay, I get the basic operations. Let's give it a shot. Oh. $13, $14, $10, $13. Say 50 if you add them together. 5. No. 13, 14, 10, 13, 27, 37, 50. It's not that. I can bring base 10 numbers to... Oh, I was looking at it as Roman numerals and adding it up and then doing... Okay, wait. Wait. You know what? Yeah, just tell me. I can't. Where's I at? I is. Dead? Oh, you know what? Yeah, that would, yeah, because the deads, and then this would, that makes sense, yeah. Yay! You did it, Junpei. It's unlocked now. Good job, Junpei. Whoa there, don't get too excited. The bastard was dead, remember? Just makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good. So what? Jeez, you're such an old lady. We can't be worrying about stuff like that. I mean, come on. We got it to unlock, didn't we? Let's go. Hurry up. Alright. It's a thick metal door. There's a handle in the middle of it, though. Alright, handle. It's time we got this over with. Damn it. I can't get it open. This thing won't even budge. What? Why not? We put in the password. What else do we have to do? Then that means... it's the other door. Yeah, surely. Alright, let's get this thing open. Oh, okay. I honestly thought it wouldn't be that straightforward, but I guess it was. Hey, the door opened. And Junpei and the others leapt through it.
Alright, this is the next...
Beep. Beep. Just as Seven was about to finish his sentence, their attention was drawn to... the clang of metal on metal ringing out behind them.
Ugh, the door!
I mean, all the doors have closed automatically so far, so I mean, why wouldn't this one? They spun around. The door they would just come through had slammed shut.
Did that just close on its own?
Yeah.
Don't tell me we can't go back.
I don't know. Let's see.
Junpei grabbed hold of it with both hands and pulled with all his strength. Yeah, no. I mean, there was the other door for a reason. I assume we were gonna go out, round, and back, right?
Damn it. It looks like it locks automatically.
Is there any other way out?
I mean, wouldn't you know?
Well, there's another door over on the right. There's a card reader next to it.
Okay, so we gotta find a card.
It's got a red light on it, though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked, too.
But there is a card reader, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave?
But that's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Well, yeah, that might work, but...
Hey! Wait a minute! Are you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. They took a second look at the room they'd found themselves in. Yeah, it's a mess. It's, this might take a bit. It was filled with piles upon piles of all manner of things. The only word that could describe it was chaotic. And it was like a tornado had passed through, followed by a giant who had picked up and shaken the entire room a few times.
Looks that way.
Oh boy, Junpei's heart fell.
No way!
For real?
Realsies. Clover and Seven looked as though they were about to cry.
Well, we can sit down and wait to die, if that's what you prefer.
No, I will look.
I rather doubt that, however. So it would be wise to start looking. We haven't much time. Let's find that key card. Oh, and the Neptune key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it. All right then, let's begin.
Oh, I really was not expecting to have some puzzle rooms today. Because the other ending was just a long line of just dialogue. So, okay, study. There are piles of junk everywhere. Man, this place is a mess. It's so messy, I don't know where to start. Some of this crap looks familiar. I think a lot of these parts of the puzzles we've solved in other rooms. If that's true, then the room could be Zero's laboratory. Perhaps Zero would shut himself in this room to devise the machines and puzzles he would need to see his plan come to fruition. Maybe. Yeah, this is... Isn't this an nautical table? Yeah, I feel like I've seen this before. Okay, interesting. We're taking that with us. Look, Junpei, the rust on here looks like Elvis's face. Yeah. How exciting. Oh, actually, it kind of does. I mean, I do see a face. I don't know if I would really say it was Elvis, but yeah, there's a face. A pipe. Great. 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 There are some old computer monitors on this desk. You don't see CRT monitors that much anymore. Yeah, not really. Oh boy. There's a piece of paper in here. What have you found in there, Junpei? It looks like someone was working on a solution. It's got some handwriting on it too. Okay, let's... Nautical table from the study. It was found on the drafting table. The faded left edge. Yeah. This document says 9-panel cross puzzle first draft on it. It was found in the filing cabinet in the small, cluttered room. Since this is first draft, then presumably it was improved upon in a second draft, then a third, and so on. Right. Okay. Oh boy. There are 4 indentations on the desk. I wonder if I'm supposed to put something into them. Probably. Keyboard. Let's just tap a few keys to see if we can wake this thing up. Damn. No dice. Yeah, it was not gonna be that easy. What the hell is this? There's a control panel in front of a big screen here. I wonder if any of these buttons do anything. There's something on the screen now. What's this? There are 15 cells here with numbers and letters in them. Let me see that. I see. So whenever you touch a cell, the ones next to it turn on or off. You gotta use that to make the all cells on the right and the bottom green. Hey Junpei, I found this piece of paper under that thing. You wanna take a look at it? Do you think this might have something to do with the puzzle? It's a piece of paper Clover gave me. There are a bunch of numbers and letters connected by equal signs on it. Just like she said, this is probably related to the puzzle on the screen somehow. Thanks, Clover. This really helps. Okay. Alright, let's go back and try again. Anyway, it looks like I just need to make all of the cells all green. Okay. So 0 equals 0, 6 equals 6, equals 12, I equals 18, 1 equals 1, 2, 3, B 11, H 17, A 10. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I see. Hang on. That just... Oh boy. Six plus F. Okay, F is 15. Yes, that checks out. But then we add 1 here, and that gets fucked up. D plus... So no matter what, I can't have D and 4 here. Or D and 6. It has to be 6 and... Okay, so no matter what, this has to be 6 and 4 up here. Right. Ah! You did it, Junpei. You're so smart. 90% of that was just me pressing buttons, but okay. You seem to have done an excellent job and solved the puzzle. Just what I would have expected of you, Junpei. Hey, come on, you're embarrassing me. Whoa, don't get cocky, kid. We don't got time for that. Look at this. Check out the right edge of the control panel. The lid slid open and something came out. Cross emblem? A metal plate shaped like a shield. There's a cross engraved on it. Okay, well, we know where that goes, but we need 4 of them. So... what about this thing? This monitor is part of this machine. It's really dim, though. It's got a map of the world on it, but I can barely see it. Junpei, there's a wheel over there. Over here. Oh, that should work like a steering wheel. Sterling? No, I'm too poor for that. Stealing? That might solve my money problems, but I'd rather not. Alright. You were in the chart room, weren't you? There was a puzzle like this in the wheelhouse. I can figure out how this one works just by looking at that compass. I figure this thing will work just like that other one. The other one? The important part is this nautical table we just found. Check other pipes? Okay. I can do that. I just have to match up the directions on the compass with the lines on the nautical table. I used the steering wheel in the wheelhouse, but this time I think I'm gonna use the wheel attached to the side here. Okay then, show me. Now! Of course. Damn, she's pushy. Maybe I ought to run through the instructions. This looks like it probably works the same way the steering wheel in the wheelhouse did. If I just touch the direction I want to turn to, the compass will turn that direction. Then I just gotta press stop when the compass is pointing where I want it to. I'm betting something will happen if I can do it right. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so this... yeah, start point is the UK, it looks like. So south, then west, then southeast, northeast, east, northeast. So... south, west, then southeast, northeast, east, north, east. Yeah, you did it, Junpei. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Ah, knock it off. Hey, we don't have time for screwing around right now. You know, she's in higher spirits now. She's not depresso. She just... you know, maybe she's not toying with us. Maybe she's actually trying to praise Junpei. I don't know. It's hard to say. Check out the right side of the monitor. It's just gonna split open and something came out. Oh, yeah. I heard a noise, too. You know that big box in the hall by the exit? I think it made a noise. Like something unlocking, you know? A noise, huh? Alright, grab this. Helm. The symbol looks like a steering wheel engraved on it. Interesting. Alright. Pipes. A pipe. It's running into this box over here. A pipe. It's running into this box over here. A pipe. It's running into this box over here. A pipe. It's running into this box over here. A pipe. A pipe. Okay. Maybe this pipe? Hey, that's a pipe. There's a cabinet underneath it. Oh? Alright, already. Nothing in the other drawer. Yeah. There's a small cabinet under the pipe. There's a small cabinet. There's a small cabinet under the pipe. There's a small cabinet under the pipe. Okay. I'm not getting anything from those. Let's see what happens when I... Oh. Whoa. Well, now we've got something on the screen at least. Huh? What is this? Oh, wait a minute. I saw something like this when I figured out that Morse code puzzle back in the communications office. Morse code? Yeah. The dots on here look like dits from Morse code. There's 2 dots on the first line, 4 on the second, and 1 on the last. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, perhaps you should give it a shot anyway. Alright, I'll try. Before I do that, though, maybe I ought to run through the instructions. If I just tap the button, it'll enter a dit. If I hold the button down, it'll enter a da. Once we enter our answer, it'll automatically determine if it was the correct answer or not. Alright, let's do this. Okay, hang on. Ooh, I must be missing something here. But it was just all dits, right? There's no... I didn't mean to do that. Now, the shutter looks pretty sturdy. It's framed with black and yellow warning stripes. Alright, let's open it. Oh, holy shit. That is pretty damn creepy. There's a coffin in there. Yeah, it's all ice, Alice. A coffin. A coffin. Oh man, does Seven think? Yeah, he's all pale. He's thinking the same thing I am. No way. Could this be? I'm sorry, what's going on? It's a coffin. I wonder if there's a vampire in it. No. Well, maybe. Right, I guess Clover and Snake don't know the story. Man, I can't bring myself to tell them. Well, at any rate, let's have a look around. Yeah, may as well. There's a metal plaque on the coffin. Snake's touching it. All ice. Ah, the 2 machines. Gulp. Holy shit. Man, this is serious. Ah, well, let's open it, shall we? Clover, if you could give me a hand. Okay. I got it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ha! No dice, huh? No luck. It doesn't seem to be ready to open. Yeah, but it's not like it's screwed shut or something. Yes, I believe it's locked in some other way. Hey, Seven, you think you could open it up with your superhuman strength? No. What's wrong? I think I'll just pass on this one, okay? What the heck? Very well, we'll just have to give up on the coffin for now. Let's look around the room a little more, shall we? Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge, beneath the navel of the gigantic. Is that actually true? Maybe. Seems so. A pipe, starting this box. Oh, hello. Ah, there's something written on these pieces of paper. Looks like we've got 3 sheets of the stuff. Okay, that's... Aha. The Morse code chart. It was found on a steel shelf in the small cluttered room. It has Morse code key for the letters A to L. The short mark is called DIT and made by tapping the button. The long mark is called DA and made by holding the button down. Okay. So, let's see. 2 DITs would be I. What was it then? 4 DITs, right? Not on here. 4 DITs also not on here. So maybe it was 2 of them then? That wouldn't make sense. Oh, I think I understand. Maybe. Maybe. Quite possibly. Yeah. Yep, I know. I got it. Okay. And then... Yep, ice. I see. It seems you solved the puzzle, Junpei. Excellent work. The answer was ice. How did you know? All I had to do was listen to the sounds of the machine made. After that, it was a trivial matter to decode them. Ah, yes. I believe I heard a noise from somewhere on the right of the device after you solved the puzzle. It sounded rather like something sliding open. Do you see anything that could have made that noise? Yeah, that's true. Ah, yes, one more thing. I heard a sound from behind the shutter. Oh! Perhaps the coffin is unlocked now. What? Yeah, it's... Hopefully there's not actually a decaying corpse in there. That wouldn't be great. Weird pattern engraved on it. I don't know how to describe it. Considering where I found it, it's probably a code. Yeah, probably. Alright. Alright, fine, I'll open it. Okay, Junpei, you can do this. It's just a box. It's just a box. Yep. Oh, holy shit, this is a coffin. There's gonna be something horrible in there, I just know it. Okay, okay. Deep breaths. Here we go. Yeah, it's empty. Oh man, there's nobody in there. There's something at the bottom though. Shit, I can't believe I was scared of something like that. What do you mean nobody? Were you expecting someone to be in there? Nah, it's a long story. Ask Junpei about it sometime. Huh? Well, just like Seven said, there's nobody in there. There is something in there though. Well, 2 somethings actually. Oh? What is that? Oh, okay. Both things. Okay. There are 2 things on the bottom of the coffin. Looks like we've got a plate with an emblem on it and... The Neptune key! Yes, we finally found it! Now we can finally get through the hallway! That's correct, Clover. But do we need to get out of this room first? We do need to get out of this room first, you know. Yeah, I know. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here as quickly as possible. I don't have any objections to that. I don't think we'll use the Neptune key in this room. It's really important though, so I'll keep it in my pocket for now. As far as this other thing goes... a metal plate shaped like a shield. It's a sort of crosshatch pattern on it, like a waffle. The waffle pattern looks just like the lid of the coffin. Yeah. Now we gotta go put these over here. Put the emblems into the 4 indentations on the desk, but... Huh? Nothing's happening. Wait, what's Snake doing? I feel symbols engraved just above each indentation. On the upper left is the steering wheel symbol. On the upper right, the cross symbol. On the bottom left, the mysterious circle symbol. And lastly, the waffle pattern is engraved near the bottom right indentation. Additionally, each symbol seems to have been given a number. 1, 2, 3... Okay. Perhaps we need to insert the emblems in this order. In that order, huh? Okay. Steering wheel. Whoa. Well, now we've got something on the monitors, at least. What's that? Looks like some kind of puzzle. I wonder if these are the rules. Here, I'll read them to you. When you touch a numbered area, that area will be selected and it will turn blue to indicate this. Touching a numbered ball after selecting an area will cause that ball to move to that area. However, you cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. Okay, so okay. Press the check button once you have moved all of the balls, except for the red ones, which you cannot move. The digital root of the balls in an area must match the number for that area. And that's it. Oh, it's easy enough. I still don't really get it. Whatever. Like they say, practice makes perfect. Let's give it a shot. Don't you mean practice makes perfect? Hey, let's see you solve the next one, then you can make fun of me. Okay, this should be simple enough, so 6. So we could do... 7 and 8. Without... No, we have to have at least 3. So... Hmm... 3, 4, 8, right? That'd be 15, and then digital root is 6. And then 7, 13, that'd be 20. So that'd only be a digital root of 2. Oh wait, no, 1's not red currently. Only 9 is. Oh, wait. Okay, hang on. Oh yeah, so I had it right. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bug in here. Wait. 18, 20, 21, 19, 3. But it says it's incorrect. Oh, no, okay. It turned red, so I thought it was wrong. I was like, but this is right. Okay, this is it, right? But nothing's happening. There are still 3 more indentations left empty. I imagine something will happen when they're all filled. Doesn't that seem likely? Yeah, probably. What was next? It was the circle? Yeah. Alright, I guess nothing happens if I put that in there. Oh, it was cross, then circle. There we go. Hey, Junpei, something just showed up on the screen. Yeah, this puzzle sure looks a lot like the last one. Yeah, but there's nothing more of those red balls you can't move. Oh yeah, but okay. The numbers for each area are different too.
It looks like it's got the same rules as the last one, though. You sure you don't want to double check that?
No, I'll be fine. If I get confused, I can just look at the screen over there, right? Anyway, like they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Let's give it a shot. Isn't that a picture is worth 1,000 words? Hey, shut it. At least I'm trying, alright? Alright, so we need... Okay, so 1 is red now. Okay. It's... So 2, 3... Oh, wait, no, whoops. 10, 7, yeah.
That's awesome, Junpei. There's only 2 left now. You can do it.
Alright, and now we want code.
Damn, this puzzle looks a lot like the last one. Looks like the rules are the same.
Come on, this is the 3rd time I've done this. It'll be fine. So this, if you can't think of anything clever, please don't strain yourself. You might hurt something. Ah, shut up. Just give me a break, alright? I'll think of something. Okay, we need, so 1, 3, and 9 are gone, and we need 7 and 7. This should be easy. Yeah. Excellent work, Junpei. You've only got 1 left. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully not literally. That'd be bad. Or I guess metaphorically. Hopefully not metaphorically. Or, but I guess if you get the... Let's see what happens when I put the emblem of the coffin into this indentation.
This is the 4th one. This puzzle looks a lot like the last couple.
I think this is probably the last one. Once we solve this puzzle, I'm sure something will happen. Alright. I'll solve it in no time. Very confident of you. Okay, so we're missing 1, 3, 6, and 9. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? Don't we have to have 3? Oh no, we have... Yeah, never mind. Yeah, and actually, yeah, no, I was... Yeah. Wait a minute. But we have to have 3 and... Let me guess, one of these isn't actually red, right? It just looks red. Okay, no. How the heck are you supposed to... Because you have to have 3, at least 3 in each one. So how are you supposed to... Hang on. Okay. Unless this is like cause like in the one ending, right, we used Snake's arm as, but maybe leave 9 empty? Yeah, I know it's 3 to 5. I thought I had to do both, but if it's only one, I guess that makes sense. I guess I wasn't trying to click on that. 13. Okay. Yeah, no, I was just trying to fill both of them. It was okay. I guess that works. I mean, yeah, we did have okay. I mean, it makes sense. It just again, I was expecting it to have to be all of them. Okay. Or both of them, that is, both areas. Where'd that noise come from? Underneath the keyboard? Oh, way to go, Junpei. You answered all the questions. Damn, Junpei, good job. Hey, did you hear something just now? Yes, I heard that as well. From the bottom left corner of the desk, I believe. Right here.
A picture.
Yep. And here's where we're gonna get the, at least this timeline reveal of Ace being Hongo. In the drawer was a single picture. He picked it up. It was a photograph of 4 men.
What the?
Yeah. Oh wait, was the big guy the guy who was the captain? But the captain was thinner than this. But maybe. Involuntarily, Junpei's eyebrows shot up. He'd seen 3 of them before.
What the hell is this?
This man with a mustache on the right. He's the
he
same guy we
was.
found murdered in the captain's quarters.
Okay. He looked thinner here, so I didn't register that immediately.
He had the Zero bracelet on his left arm. And the second man, with the glasses and a doctor's coat.
That's not the 9th man.
He's the 9th man. The one with bracelet number 9.
But not actually.
He died after he went into door 5. But this guy, the one in the striped suit.
Yep. That's your boy.
Oh man, that's Ace.
Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
7 and Clover had come to peer over Junpei's shoulders.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture?
Oh, you know.
Not only Ace, the 9th man and Cap too.
As Junpei looked closer, he noticed the expression on each man's face. Their smiles suggested that they were close, at least to some degree.
And they look happy, like they knew each other well. Why? How? How in the world are these 4 men connected?
Give it a thunk there, Junpei. Snake's voice broke into Junpei's thoughts.
You say Ace is in that picture?
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently, though. Ace, the 9th man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
Ah, so the 9th man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it.
Yeah, we know.
No, there's one more guy. He's got kinda long hair, he looks smart, but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognize.
Snake knit his eyebrows.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
The back?
Yes, Junpei. That's usually where people put the dates of photos.
Yes, the reverse. The other side.
Snake's like, this guy can't be serious, right? And I don't blame him. Junpei flipped the picture over.
Huh.
There it was. Like, who puts the... I mean, I guess if it's one of the ones that has, like, a lot of space at the bottom, you might put the date there. But usually, everyone puts the date on the back. I haven't handled, like, one of those kinds of photos in a very long time, but... Yeah. Praying for the success of the Nonary project with Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido. To be precise, it wasn't a date, but it was certainly significant. He read it out loud so that Snake would not be left in the dark.
Praying for the success of the Nonary project. With Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido.
Mm-hmm. The Nonary project. Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido.
Huh.
Yeah. Junpei immediately flipped the picture back over.
Then the 4 men in this picture were the organizers of the Nonary game 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Since Hongo wasn't mentioned, Junpei figured that could only mean he'd written the words on the back himself.
That means Ace, the 9th man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this.
Yeah, we may have already known about
It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be.
Yeah, so it was weird, ain't it? That their true identities did not come as a surprise was what Junpei found most surprising.
Why? Why am I not surprised?
No, oh, you know.
Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. But why? Why am I so calm? It's like I already knew.
You did.
Ah, of course. I understand now.
Junpei looked over at Snake. In his own confusion, he had missed the dark look on the other man's face.
Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is Hongo?
Mm-hmm. Even as he asked, Junpei felt as though he'd already known. Almost as if someone had whispered into his head that yes, of course Ace was Hongo.
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence.
And this is why
I could
he
never forget his voice. It was the
tried
voice
to
of the
kill you.
devil.
He wasn't successful, but he tried. Just, had the wrong guy.
I couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask.
Yeah, that wouldn't go well.
Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Yeah, you probably never had to deal with him. You probably dealt with one of the others.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada. But Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me?
It'd probably be, awful. You probably would have lost it, right? If he had told you, even if there was no definitive proof quite yet that Ace was Hongo, you probably would have lost it. Kubutaku is 9, bracelet, Nishaki ni, and Mushimu was 6, and the caps were civilians. Yeah.
I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
I mean,
I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you.
again, you might have lost it, so.
But if I'd told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else. And if you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that.
I mean, I'm with Snake. He couldn't take that risk. Clover and Snake's conversation wasn't of particular interest to Junpei. He still couldn't make sense out of his strange feelings of knowledge. He was trying to organize his thoughts when he heard Seven's voice.
Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
I guess so, why not?
Sure.
He had no reason to say no, so Junpei handed the picture over. Seven stared at the picture and began to mutter the 4 names of the project leaders over and over to himself.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashiro.
His brow was furrowed and his face was flushed.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashiro.
He chanted their names to himself, pacing back and forth across the floor.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashiro.
Yeah. Seven shouldn't have known their names. After all, he hadn't been there when Junpei and Snake had spoken of them in the library. But as Junpei watched him pace, it was clear that he did know them.
Hey, Seven, do you...
Shut it! Just be quiet.
Okay, man, damn. His eyes were red and Junpei could see sweat beginning to bead on his forehead.
I'm this close to remembering. This close.
He was sweating heavily now, but his lips were dry.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashiro. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nonary Project.
Then he stopped. Seven set down the picture and looked at the red light near his feet. His eyes narrowed. Then suddenly his eyes went wide and he shot up straight.
Shit.
What?
What?
What shit?
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
What?
What's nuts?
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
Everything?
Everything?
Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
Seven's voice was filled with excitement.
What?
Shock and excitement had frozen Junpei in place, along with Snake and Clover.
Let me tell you what happened.
Okay. Seven hastily drew a shaking hand across his mouth and began to speak.
Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo.
Uh-huh.
From the right. The other 3 are Musashiro, Nijisaki, and Kubota.
Yeah.
Musashiro was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man. And Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments.
Yeah, we know. Realization began to dawn on Junpei along with a pressing question.
How do you know all this?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
He was there. Seven rubbed... Actually, how does Snake not recognize Seven? At least his voice, anyway. Seven rubbed the scar on his chin.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, I already know you're a cop who was investigating disappearing children. You came across it, then you got... I mean, we know all that, but the characters need to know.
Me too.
Snake was the only one who didn't voice any sort of agreement, or maybe he does recognize him. He looked to Junpei as if he was simply waiting to see where Seven's sudden recovery might take them.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Yeah.
Just give us the short version, alright?
Short version, huh?
The big man pulled off his hat and scratched his head. He made a face and put his hat back on.
Alright, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though.
Yeah, I mean, we have like 20 minutes. So, I mean... Junpei and Clover nodded earnestly.
I'm a detective. It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type.
Okay.
I hold to my own code, because I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common. A history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. My investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings.
Yeah, we know all this.
After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. In the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried.
Yeah, there were children in them.
No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
Dirtbags.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too. Just tie an anchor to your feet, and no one would find you for a week. That what you want? The fish here would love a meal.
I kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull.
I assume you could. Well, obviously you complied.
There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly,
Smack.
there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
Oh, right, needle. Not getting knocked out, right.
Drug?
I mean, knocked out, but not with a smack.
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. I did a quick once-over of the room. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop.
It's prison
I'm
cell.
in a cell, huh?
Yeah.
Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but...
No dice.
It won't open. Not like I expected much else. It would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked.
Yeah, that'd be silly.
Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge.
Not Gogeta.
I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed and sat down. Huh. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long.
Probably quite a while.
Then, I heard a faint voice.
Mm.
The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh?
K-ing?
No, it was several. I hear 5 or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over.
And it just happens to be a
There it was.
vent.
The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor, peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit. But I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold up. Why are there kids here?
Oh, I don't know. They're the kidnapped kids that you were looking for.
Then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, kinda. Yeah, kinda.
It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit?
No. Just no.
I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then...
I mean, he must, right? Yeah, he does.
How do you like that, you son of a
It's
bitch?
the way it's presented makes it look like he definitely wouldn't fit.
I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside. The first bit or so was tight. I had a wriggle on my belly. It wind up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say it was much better, but I'd take what I could get.
Yeah, given the situation, yeah.
And when I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me, a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut. Then there was a voice.
Ah, yeah, the incinerator. Oh. Did the little girl that died die from incineration? Oh boy.
What? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news.
Yeah.
Then, almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young-sounding voices. A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror, and all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up. Damn it! What the hell is going on here?
Nothing good.
I scrambled through the duct as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that point.
You just have
Soon
to
found a
save
metal
them.
door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off its hinges. What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw. The room had a dome up top, and there had to be about 9 walls, all the same size. Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel, almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were, the kids I'd been searching for.
Yeah, there's Santa. At least the pure white hair makes me think it's Santa. And that does look like a young Akane there. And that's probably Snake, right? The one closest to us in the view.
They all gawked up at me, suddenly silent, for the moment, from surprise and fear. Scared of the room or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually.
Yeah, random adult showing up after they'd just been kidnapped by adults. Yeah, I don't blame them for being scared.
Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless.
Yeah.
I snorted at my own dig at myself and turned to the kids. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen. Well, except one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously.
Okay, Santa being all protective, I guess, of the others?
I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
He kind of cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon. So...
Oh, and they have to leave his sister behind. Oh boy.
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
They only had 15 minutes. I looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor.
Yeah, it's not that bad. You can make it.
No way I could pull them up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach.
Oh, I thought he was gonna talk about jumping down to them.
What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Where is he going?
Just to chill out.
Are you just gonna leave us here?
No.
They just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. Got it? I didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't time. I had to hurry. Well, as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell. Still no way out of there, but I had a plan. I needed something from the room. When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator.
I'm guessing he took the blankets.
Then. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me. Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy, but it got the job done.
Yeah, whatever works.
All right, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right.
Wait a sec. Something was off. There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
Yeah, oh yeah, you don't know that.
That's what I said.
Yeah, he doesn't know the rules, so he's like, why the hell didn't you leave?
And what the hell are you doing here?
It's complicated.
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the numbered door.
He was in the middle of explaining when...
Incineration will begin in 5 minutes.
Oh, he lost that much time going back, okay.
The wall shook a bit and the voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here!
Right! I grabbed onto the rope. First one I pulled on was a girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie.
Okay, so he did pull Akane, or, you know, yeah, the
boy in
other
the
girl
jacket
up.
came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform was the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me...
What?
We heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door.
Oh no.
It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
God damn it! What's going on here?
Yeah, fuck you, Hongo.
Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation.
Yeah, Hongo.
The man's name was Gintaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. Yeah! It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope.
Yeah, nah.
Hurry!
I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
I mean, you want him to burn to death? Like what?
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him.
Or maybe they weren't gonna let them burn to death and just let them go at the last second?
I hauled him up and tossed him in the
I highly
duct
doubt
behind
that,
me.
though.
No!
Yeah, you fucked.
Hongo had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster.
He is.
I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
How dare you kidnap children? Like, what?
Experiment? What experiment?
Incineration will begin in 1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me. No point to going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everybody nodded and took turns sliding down it.
Okay.
The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway.
So how
There's
does
a door on
the
either
girl
side.
die then if she didn't get incinerated?
The one on the left was a normal double door.
Mm-hmm.
But the one on the right was familiar. It had black and yellow stripes, and a device next to it on the wall. A plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yeah, that's where we were.
Okay, so yeah, so dump this out behind the door.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Yes?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there...
Yeah, that's not good.
That meant we better. We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. Went up and up and up. My feet
That
pounded
definitely
the steps.
sounds like
Round,
Akane.
up and
There's a
back.
similar voice.
Round and round. The devil was on our tail. The stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landings when the boy in the
Oh,
uniform
yeah, it's
suddenly
Snake.
spoke.
How did...
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane?
My kid sister. The girl with the red necktie.
Why... Seven, why did you run ahead of all the children? Why... Why didn't he make sure that they were all in front of him?
Akane. That's strange.
Uh-huh.
I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
Nobody answered him.
Maybe we outran her.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too, and so did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
Fucking why? What? What would possess you to stop and rest in this situation? Like, what?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
He turned to go.
Hey, kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait!
I don't think the kid even heard me.
Fuck!
I spun around to the boy in the jacket and the girl with the ponytail.
I'm going after him. You two keep going, all right? Got it?
The girl nodded and ran up the stairs. But the boy...
I'm going with you.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear him following me.
Well, I guess the other girl gets out okay, because, you know, only one dies, so...
We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated. when suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
Oh god, what happened?
We heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
Oh, she is getting incinerated.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
Yeah, it's definitely the same VA as our Akane. So then...
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But Hongo was bigger and stronger. She wasn't gonna win.
Yeah, no.
Akane!
Her brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her, still fighting him, into the incinerator.
Ah!
This is fucked up!
Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her. We saw him land inside. And then, the door slammed shut. We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But...
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
He started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
No.
You came back!
Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
I mean, we can go back into the vent, right? And go around and... haul her up again?
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18.
Yeah, 18. We have plenty of time. 18 minutes.
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, all right? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
Go back into the vent?
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
Please! Please help me!
7. Go back into the vent.
I'm really scared! I don't want to die, please! I don't want to die! I don't want to die!
It's gonna be all right. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise!
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door. Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles were white.
Is that it? It was silent. All they could hear was the creaking of the boat as it shifted in the water. They waited and waited, but 7 didn't continue.
What happened then?
Junpei couldn't wait any longer. He had to know. 7 looked at the floor.
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good. You think I want to remember that?
Then...
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
Fair enough. 7 shook his head. But there was something Junpei had to know.
Hey, are you sure?
Huh?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
7 stared straight ahead at nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Are you sure? Sure?
There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended. And we heard something burning.
But you didn't hear her screaming, did you?
The fire stopped, but we still didn't move.
Okay, but you didn't hear her. A child being burned to death would be screaming. So, I mean...
The jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore. A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed, too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering and in the middle of the room. There it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
Yeah, no, I could see how that would make him snap. Understandable, really. Can't blame him. Junpei felt a cold lump. But they only found a pile of ashes, right? It's not really, and you didn't hear her screaming, so it doesn't necessarily mean it was her. Right? Junpei felt a cold lump form in the pit of his stomach. A feeling of sickening anticipation washed over him. He could feel his body shivering. He desperately did not want to know the answer he feared he knew already. But he had to ask. He had to know for sure.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What's that?
The girl, Akane. What was her last name?
What does it matter to you?
Oh, just to entertain us.
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Seven looked at Junpei curiously and ran his tongue quickly over his dry lips.
Kurashiki. Her name was Akane Kurashiki.
That's a problem, because Akane Kurashiki is currently alive. Something inside of Junpei stopped. He had no more words left. He had no more Junpei left. He was just a shell of flesh and bone. Seven turned to Snake.
You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. You are correct, Detective.
Junpei's mind was blank, withdrawn from the world. Somewhere far away could hear Seven and Snake talking.
Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
No, of course not.
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
Hey, come on! You really think I'm working with Zero?
Why are y'all being coy about it? It's Santa, aka who you now know as like Aoi, right?
I told you before, you idiot! I was in Nevada, in Building Q. I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but I didn't know it was you.
We're gonna respect him a little bit more now? Her surprise seemed to be genuine. Seven regarded Clover for a moment and rubbed his chin thoughtfully.
Well, I guess I believe you.
Clover nodded.
All right, let me ask you another question.
He stuck his hands into his pockets and took a few steps. Then he stopped and turned to face them again.
Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki. He's Akane's brother. You know that?
No, I didn't. Did you?
Well, yes. I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother. But I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning. 9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now. I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection.
Okay, yes, that's fair.
As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment. It was only a short while ago, while we were leaving the library. When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi? Akane Kurashiki, June's brother?
Yeah. So I guess maybe Akane didn't die, or this is a completely... No, that wouldn't make sense if it was a completely different person. That wouldn't make any sense. And so Santa nabbed Junpei because of how close he was with her as like a childhood friend? That spark caught flame in Junpei's leaden mind, and the fog began to clear. Like an engine beginning to turn, images and thoughts began to coalesce in his mind, coming faster and faster, forming bigger images, bigger thoughts. Junpei blinked. He was back.
There's still a lot we don't know. I mean, like, a lot.
Yeah.
But there is one thing I think we can say we know.
What's that?
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
Yeah, probably.
What?
Come on, man. What kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, alright? Cut me some slack.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they? Yeah, that's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place?
Revenge.
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonori Project.
Yeah.
Kubota, the person who conducted the actual experiments. Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project.
You mean this was all just revenge? Mm-hmm. Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister. That's why he killed them.
No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone.
In fact, Junpei didn't think. He knew. Oh, okay. Okay. He couldn't explain why or how, but he had no doubt that Santa had killed no one. Perhaps the madness of the last several hours was finally driving him insane. But Junpei had ceased to be surprised at his sudden knowledge and had even begun to accept it.
If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be Ace.
I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
Snake, Clover, and Seven all nodded.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
The person who planned the Nonori Project.
In other words,
Ace.
Ace.
There was a moment of silence.
What?
That would be the ship starting to sink, I believe. And then the room shook. From far away, they heard the sudden rush of water.
Whoa, what the hell's going on here?
It must be 6 a.m. Our time is up.
Shit!
Yeah, I shouldn't have, kept talking so much.
Come on, we need to get out of here.
How?
Grab the freaking card! In the drawer that had held the picture was the key card. Junpei grabbed it.
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
New material has been added to the file screen. Okay, I thought I'd be done with the rest of the true ending in 2 hours. Zero, god damn it, Zero's just screwing with us, isn't he? That was not the case. I'm out of time. I have to start dinner in 10 minutes, so I guess we're finishing it next time. Probably do a really quick stream tomorrow before my Fate Extra stream. So I'm gonna end it there. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I really gotta go, so I don't have time for a long-winded outro. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you later. Peace.